All right, this is for my dude Robert. What's up, bro? I am just doing a little audit for you. Um, Take all this with a grain of salt. This is just from my own unique perspective, so just maybe some things to think about with your offer, all that kind of stuff with getting more clients, closing more deals. So I think from our messaging, I asked you what's your current client doing, and have you noticed like who you're attracting, and you said usually high ticket coaches doing 30,000 per month or more. Those will pay 2 to 3,000. So like right away, like if you know that your ideal client is making, like, let's say 40, 30 to, or you could even say 25 to $50,000 a month, I would like put that in your banner and make that super clear, like who you work with. So like put in like I work with, you know, 30 or 25 to $50,000 clients. Just from like my own perspective, when I come to your page, I'm like, okay, clearly this guy's into the media, um, creative, video content because of this picture and stuff. Want to learn how to build a personal brand, because like this feels more like tailored towards the individual, which is a completely different, you know, I guess yes and no, but like you get what I'm saying. So maybe like the verbiage could be much more clear here, because this feels like a lot. Just like immediately when I look at this banner, I'm like overwhelmed. It's like a lot of words. So build a personal brand, content that converts, and automation workflows so you save time and money. Um, Without wasting. And the thing is like, yeah, like I think that's interesting, because a lot of people probably doing $25,000 to $50,000 a month online probably have a lot of these tools built out. Um, but I think where you have that added value yourself is the content creation. Because like when I go into your Instagram and I look at your Instagram, I like watched some of your videos, and they're super, like, just the quality of them are incredible. Um, and a lot of people, big business owners, want this kind of content that has all these graphics and things like that. And like it's super engaging. Like I watch your content. I'm like, if you did that for other people, like they would pay thousands of dollars per month for that, like no problem. So I feel like there's a lot of people who don't have this that want this kind of work. I know that you said you were trying to get away from done for you, but um, it's just obviously if that's what you're really good at, that seems like a really fundamental thing that business owners want, but aren't, they just don't want to do that. Um, so yeah, that's, I think if you're trying to create content for people, like you should have no problem with these kind of videos. Like I would just send them your videos, you know, literally share your post and be like, hey, do you want videos like this for your brand? This is what I help my clients with. And that might just start the ball rolling just like that through the content that you're creating, which is super engaging. Um, and then with your Instagram too, when I just go to it, um, blessed and highly favored content coach. So I like, yeah, content coach is great. Authority building and paid marketing done for you. I think not everyone necessarily knows what DFY is, so just getting more clear to here. And then you have this follow viral video productions. So I know it's like you're juggling multiple things. I would just ask yourself, like, can you do those like multiple things, but then like maybe when it comes to your marketing, like where can you go more all in on your marketing, um, instead of having like these multiple different things going on. Like get more niche and more specific if it's those business owners that are 30 to um, 25 to 50K. Like for me, my previous business that really did the best when it comes to digital marketing was being niche in real estate. So having that focus within the real estate industry was enough of a niche to just like basically like attract those clients, because we could just be like, here's our work. It's very simple. Reach out to potential clients. We knew they were in the real estate industry, whether it was a developer, commercial, um, a residential broker who's in the luxury space. We would literally just reach out to them and be like, here is our portfolio. Would you like to set up a meeting? Is this something that you might be interested in? And that was like enough. And that was more so B2B, rather than consumer, because we typically would go through the firms and reach out to like the managers or something on LinkedIn, just formulate the connection, set up the meeting, and it was that process. But if you're going to consumers, or I guess more like small business owners who are running their own ships, then yeah, it's just, I think about sending them your work, which is awesome. You like already have that, so many amazing videos to like just showcase your work. When it comes to the automation workflows, if you have any work to show for that as well, I think that would be helpful, without wasting energy, money, and time. Because it's like a lot of it, it's like I want to see like what is this, like what is it that you like, for someone who doesn't necessarily know, like what is it that you're actually doing. So I think like that's just the main thing that comes to mind, is I'm like, oh, you're into personal development, obviously you're like a balanced guy and you're into film, social media, but like it feels like you're juggling a lot. So I would just say like the main premise of this entire audit is like, how can your content and the stuff that you're promoting be more geared around like what it is that you actually do and the clarity behind that. So I hope this helps, and let me know what your thoughts are, and just give me any feedback. Happy to chat more about this. Free content strategy. Yeah, and I would just think about rebranding this whole thing. Like I think you're such a positive person, and this photo doesn't like resonate that you like look like necessarily like happy with the work that you're doing. Like I would ask yourself, if you look at this photo and like you were to come across as a potential client, is that somebody you'd want to work with? And I think like just it like you're behind the camera, but I think like you're a very positive, uplifting guy. So I think you could have something a little bit more like exciting. You're excited about the work that you're doing, and you're just a genuine person, really great to work with. So showcase more of that side of yourself, and then cleaning this up. But I'm just trying to like think here out loud if there's anything else. Business owners get consistent quality leads using social media ads and video marketing. Yeah, and one thing I would just like keep in mind too is like social media marketing, like it's one of those things, and I've been listening to that book Naval is putting out too, and it's something I thought about with social media in general, is it's like it's such like anyone can create on social media. And like I think you're like, when we talked about initially in person, it's like your level is like much more professional. So I think a lot of people want that. Like I can think of like, for instance, like in our group even, Andrew, who does the neuro feedback. Where is he? Let me see if he's in the chat here. Andrew Plotkin, like he's looking, I feel like he wants to be creating more content, and he says like, oh, we don't have a budget for it, right? But I feel like they like would benefit tremendously from more content. So it might be worthwhile saying like, hey, like if this is something you guys hate doing and the content side of things, like let's have a strategy session and like dive into like what is it that you ultimately want to be focusing on here, and can I take some of that weight or that burden off of your guys' shoulders through creating this content, which I think so many people hate creating content and you're just naturally good at it. So I think there's definitely a lot of people out there who don't want to be doing this shit, and you'd be saving them so much time, headache, and energy by doing a better job with it. And I'm sure you can automate a lot of that process, even if it's done for you and it's a lot of work. But that's just, I think with social media clients, like for you, it's probably going to be about a little bit more volume when it comes to some of this work and creating your systems. But yeah, I don't. It's challenging, right? To do the high ticket, but maybe getting them in the door first and foremost with alleviating some of their social media needs with creating content is like that segue that you need. So it's like lowering the threshold for your potential clients and then getting them into maybe a high ticket later down the line. Just something to think about. All right, bro. Take care. Let me know what your thoughts are. And yeah, bro, miss you from the event. It was so awesome getting to connect and just dive deep with you. You're crushing it with the breath work and leadership and MOF. So much love, brother. And you're inspiring me in many ways. So keep up the amazing work, dude. And we'll chat soon.